Okay, here comes the drama. So we lost the contract.
Yeah.
First contract that we lose while we're up here in Atlanta.
Yeah, but before y'all judge or anything like that or say something, it wasn't because of the cleanliness, okay?
Shamika was going to be on schedule. How? Shamika has not worked for us in 2 weeks.
What she about to do is lose her damn job.
Pretty much. Because that's...
Even if it was for the cleanliness, like, I just wanted to say, even if it was for because of the cleaning, so what? Because there's no perfect cleaning business. Like, I don't want people to be around here thinking that we perfect. We are not the perfect. And then there isn't, like, show me a cleaning company that's perfect. Show me a company that's perfect. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Facebook definitely ain't perfect. I fuck with Facebook, but they ain't perfect. Apple ain't perfect. Don't your iPhone got glitches and shit in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, disclaimer. Okay, I just like to have grace on Tenacity. That's all. But go ahead. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of
Surviving the Cleaning Industry.
In case y'all don't know, my name is Mrs. Johnson. I am the owner of Tenacity Academy, where we help cleaning business owners get started. We help you grow. We help you scale. We have an amazing community that you should be a part of, by the way, where me and Tamika teach a class on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Thursdays, we play this wonderful little trivia game where we give away our prizes to the winner. And our prizes are actually our services. You know, we give away some of our services to the winners. So y'all should be a part. Stop playing games and be a part of the community. www.tenacityacademy.com. Just wanted to throw that in there.
That's right, y'all. Like, y'all should definitely be a part of this community. It is such a pleasure, to serve everyone inside of the community, because we're all suffering from the same thing and we want financial freedom.
That's right.
So it's like you're fighting every day to listen to a YouTube video and you are on information overload. Well, in this community, we give out information, but we also hold you accountable. We have accountability partners inside of our community as well. So it's not just about that note taking. Baby, we got to take action, right? Mm-hmm. So I know y'all like, who is this girl? Why is she talking? So I am Tamika, you guys. I am Miss Johnson's partner, okay? Mm-hmm. Partner in crime, whatever you want to call it, okay? Mm-hmm. We're always working because we want to see people transform, okay?
Yes,
of course, it's about the transaction, because we got to make money. We got to take care of our family. However, it's about the transformation for anybody that come across our path. So with that being said,
yes. What is this? We got another what?
Another what?
Banger! You already know. So if you have been following these episodes, first of all, if you're new here, go back to episode number 1. You got a lot to catching up to do, okay? But if you're not new, welcome back. And if you watched the last episode, we brought you in a little bit in our world about how we manage our cleaning business from Atlanta. Okay. So on this episode right here, we're going to start it off with talking about a little bit about the food culture down here, because a lot of people want to know what y'all been doing since y'all been up here.
Right.
So one thing I can tell you, the food is amazing so far.
Yeah.
Okay. But in this episode right here, we are bringing you in on some wins, on some losses, on what we do day by day. We just bringing y'all in on our world.
Yes, honey. Let me tell you something. Miss Johnson just slightly went over their food, baby. But let me tell you something. It is so much, like, so many opportunities that you can have. Like, just, you might have a small town and you have trouble trying to figure out what you're going to eat. And I'm tired of eating the same thing. Well, baby, no. In Atlanta, you got options. And the brunch, baby, is off the chain, okay?
What you got?
Okay. You ever ate food so good it make you want to dance? Like, okay, so this some French toast with strawberry, with an egg, bacon. Girl, what you got over there?
So, and I like to eat it all up. Okay. So that is me, baby, because I love food. And like, let me tell y'all something. We went to this one place. Y'all gonna see it. But shout out to Gotchas, okay?
Gotchas.
Like, she has not sponsored this video, but y'all need to go try her out. She got some good food, fried green tomatoes.
And try out her honey hot
Oh my
sauce,
God.
baby. Ooh, baby, that stuff is so good. I must say, shout out to my waitress, because she the one who sold it to me, girl.
Yes.
After I got finished buying all the food, she sold me the Gotchas. She said, hey girl, you wanna upsell?
Yeah,
okay.
That's another thing about Atlanta, like the entrepreneurship world. Like, everybody is on the grind. It does not matter. Like, nobody is scared to come out and show you what they have to offer. And that's how you need to be about your cleaning business. Why people be so timid to like talk about their cleaning business? Like, don't get me started, because y'all know I'll preach to y'all in a minute. So let's go ahead and get started with this episode.
Get on with the episode, man. So people often ask us, what have you done so far since y'all moved to Atlanta? What type of activities have y'all done since y'all been up there?
And the answer was, in the beginning, not a damn thing. Because we could not
nothing.
I mean, we could not get out. Like, that's the whole thing, because first of all, we had to like get used to where we're staying, right? That was the first thing.
The traffic.
You know, the next thing is just get moved in. Like, it took one thing.
Wow. The process. Really, have y'all ever moved from one city to another city? Like, you got to get used to the city, and then getting the house together. That was a process within itself.
I don't even think we got everything unpacked. To be honest with you, a lot of
we
stuff
still ain't got
in
shit.
The garage.
So, yes, it's stuff, boxes in the room still, and this is month 3.
So to be continued on that part. But anywho, like, just moving to Atlanta I feel like it was a great decision. It really honestly was. Like, we have not gotten out as we want to, because we were trying to get familiar with the area once and for all. We was trying to get unpacked, and then we were trying to find the kids' school. It was a lot that, you know, it's a lot when you're moving. It's a process, you know what I'm saying? And now that we are actually getting in the groove of everything, I feel like now we'll be able to get out and, you know, do things and network. And
so the first place we went, y'all, was the aquarium. That's where we took the kids at first.
Yeah.
Because one, I always wanted to go to the aquarium. I love sharks, fishes, whales, like, love it. Absolutely love it. Me and my kids, we always have like family night, and we watch these shark movies and whale movies and stuff like that. So one day we was having a family night. We watched all the shark movies, and then the next day we took them to see the sharks.
Yeah, I had fun, y'all. Like, I never been to the aquarium before. Like, for real, I've never been, because when I was a child, like 7 or 8, we were supposed to go on a field trip, and the bus got into an accident, so we never made it. So this right here was everything to me. It was bringing up part of my childhood back.
Yeah, y'all check it out. Had so much fun, girl. Oh my God. If you ever come to Atlanta, you got to go to the aquarium and see the dolphins.
That's true, y'all. But one thing I will beware, okay? Discretion, disclaimer, whatever you call it. Listen, if you're gonna go see the dolphins, you go see that last, because Y'all, the split splat, y'all already know how black people
The
is
split
with
splat.
water. Okay. I got drenched.
First
so
of all, they warned us
they
about
did.
100 times. They said if you are sitting in the first
Child.
10 rows, you will get wet from head to toe.
I
know,
thought it
so
was gonna be a little wet. You
First
know
of
what
all,
I'm
we was
saying?
in the third row, right? So when the alarm came on, it came on, it came on about 5 times before we moved to like the 6th row. We said, well, you know what? Maybe we should move up a little bit more because, you know, I don't know. From head to toe, that's what it keeps saying. We're going to get wet from head to toe. So we keep moving up and up and up the row until we get to, what row was we sitting on?
I don't remember, but I know it was not.
We was probably on row 7 at this point. We moved up from row 3 to row 6 and then to row 7. We said we should be safe here. We should be safe. You know, because we're so far away.
Y'all.
Shit.
Listen here.
We got wet from head to toe, just like they said on the microphone when it came on.
Let me tell y'all something. It was an enjoyable occasion, but half of the time I felt disrespected because the dolphins splat the water. Like, I don't know if you ain't peed in the water. Like, you just splat the water like that. Excuse me. Y'all, it's a good experience. You can take your turn and all that, but go last. Go to that part last.
Don't see the dolphins first, okay? You're going to get soaking wet. And if you do see the dolphins first, don't sit in the first 10 rows.
Please don't.
Just don't. Just
because you're not going to get little wet.
So you don't get wet. We got soaking wet. And we ended up having to just leave because the kids was like, I'm wet. I don't want to see nothing else. You know, so, but all in all, we had a good experience. We were supposed to see the seals dancing and shit, but we didn't see that.
Yeah.
You know, because we had to leave.
I couldn't watch no seal dancing, nothing. I thought I was scared. I was going, what y'all going to toss boo-boo now? I don't know. What you going to do? Because at first I'm going to see the dolphins and you splat in water. Now if I go see the seals and they dancing, what you going to splat on me now? Like, listen, I was happy the kids say, let's go home, baby, because that was an adventure for me.
Yes, y'all got to go though. Y'all got to go. That's the first place that we decided to go to. It was fun. Now, another cool thing about being up here in Atlanta is that we actually live right down the street from Rick Ross.
Ricky Rose. I
get to pass Ricky Rose house every day.
Yeah, every time we pass by, I be like, like I just say all types.
Y'all excuse us. You know, I'm from the country. Okay. So I'm not used to this. Okay. But it's just inspiration. Being able, like somebody that you really, that used to listen to, you know, you see on TV and now you happen to live right up the street from the house, you know. So I'm driving by every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Yeah, y'all, like I'm truly inspired by Rick Ross. Like beyond him rapping and stuff like that, because I know y'all know he's been quiet for a good little minute, but beyond his rapping, like he's very educational on entrepreneurship. Like his hustle, it's like he mixed the street with entrepreneurship, you know, and it's very educational. Y'all go ahead and check him out. He actually got a book too, so y'all go check out everything about Rick Ross because he's more than
sponsoring Ricky Rose.
No, I ain't sponsoring him or nothing, but hey, shout out to you, Rick. If you can see this video, like I definitely want to come to the
if y'all ever come visit us, we'll ride y'all by his house. Now we can't go in because he don't know us yet. But you know,
he will. He will.
One day we're gonna speak it into existence, honey. We're gonna speak it into existence. But you come visit me, I'll take you by Ricky Rose house, child.
First time that this has happened, she said, you guys have had multiple miscleans. And so I'm like, what? I didn't even notice that. She said, well, I thought y'all would have noticed because the check has been smaller and smaller. Okay,
here comes the drama. So we lost the contract. Yeah. First contract that we lose while we're up here in Atlanta.
Yeah, but before y'all judge or anything like that or say something, it wasn't because of the cleanliness, okay? The owner actually was going to give his family the opportunity for a job, right? Because they're going through something personally and they need the money. So we were like,
even if it was for the cleanliness, like I just wanted to say, even if it was for because of the cleaning, so what? Because there's no perfect cleaning business. Like I don't want people to be around here thinking that we perfect. We are not. We are not the perfect. And then there isn't, like, show me a cleaning company that's perfect. Show me a company that's perfect. You understand what I'm saying? Like Facebook definitely ain't perfect. I fuck with Facebook, but they ain't perfect. Apple ain't perfect. Don't your iPhone got glitches and shit in it, right?
mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, I just disclaimer, okay? I just like to have grace on Tenacity, that's all. But go ahead.
Anyway, y'all, so yeah, like it was not due to the cleanliness. Like seriously, it was not. The client honestly was trying to give a family member the opportunity to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought it to our attention. He said, hey, listen, I was getting ready to call you guys because I want to be able to talk to you, and here we go with the news.
Right. So anyway, when he called, he said that he wanted to terminate, the contract. He doesn't want to. He didn't want to renew the contract, right? Because he wanted to give his family member a chance. So we said, okay, all right, cool. We actually have 30 days to keep fulfilling this contract, and then it's over. Okay. Now, during this 30-day period, we let the staff know. And in times like this, the staff can either do one thing or another. They can either say, well, the contract's ended anyway, so I'm just going here and whoop, whoop, whop. Or I might show up, I might not show up. Like your staff can start slacking during that 30 days. And that's what you don't want to happen. That's what you don't want to happen. If you ever in a situation like this, within those 30 days, those are the times when you really should wow your client.
Right.
Like you should leave with
a good impression, so that way once the situation is over with or whatever the case may be, you will get called back because you're not walking away on bad terms. But
so what had happened was we got that call, was it 2 weeks ago? We got that phone call 2 weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. That this contract is ending. Cool. Okay. Now this week we get a phone call yesterday stating that the cleaner didn't show up. Not only did they not show up yesterday, but they didn't show up a couple of other times either. And our company didn't catch what was going on. We talked to the cleaner about it. The cleaner says, no. I did show up. I showed up on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Like, you might want to check with your people because people have not been showing up. And I said, well, as far as I know, whenever it's on schedule, people show up. And so she started to talk about this week. And she was like, well, Mimi showed up and she cleaned, but after that, I didn't see no one. And she said, Kayla came yesterday, but she came late. And she said that by the time she came, I was already done mopping the floor. So I said, well,
she got one section of the floor, but I went in here, I cleaned the bathrooms and I mopped everything else.
I try to step into the situation because normally I call the clients and check in on services. Like, however, this particular account, the person that was cleaning it, with the people that were cleaning it, we felt like, okay, we kind of laid back a little bit, and I was more so concentrated on other accounts. But you should never let your guard down. I don't care who may be in the account or how comfortable you may be with the client. You never should fall back, because that's an opportunity that's going to happen and you're going to have a mishap. So this is just a learning opportunity for you guys to understand to never fall back from your accounts. I don't care how comfortable you are, but I normally check in with the clients, and when I didn't check in, that's when the client reached out and said, yeah, that no one came. So me being the person I am, I'm checking the schedule, I'm seeing what's going on, and it's on the schedule. So I'm confused on why no one showed up.
So I had said something to Madonna about that. I was like, Madonna, sometimes the stuff is not on the schedule. I said, I tell you to check the schedule because of this. So Madonna just lied and said that she talked to Mimi yesterday and Mimi was going to go today. So I said, are you sure? She was like, yes. When I talked to her, she was telling me that she couldn't work on Saturday, so I need to find someone to cover the shift on Saturday. So I said, that's funny. I'm like, because I'm looking at the schedule and Mimi is down for quality control at 2 o'clock. So who is scheduled to do the cleaning? Who is she quality controlling? Well, Madonna, you said you talked to Mimi yesterday, right? That she was going to go to work today. Well, I never told you that. What I said is that Mimi said that she couldn't work on Saturday. I said, no. I said, we're not going to do that. I said, we're not going to do that. I said, you told me that you talked to her about the schedule for today. I said, that's why I asked you what time. I said, who is she quality controlling? If she down for quality control, who is she quality controlling? She said, well, I did the schedule last week and I thought that Shamika was going to be on schedule. How? Shamika has not worked for us in 2 weeks.
What she about to do is lose her damn job.
Pretty much. Because that's stupid. Like, how do you not know?
So in situations like this, we can only blame management. That's the first thing I usually do is just look at myself. And Tamika does the same thing. What did we do wrong? Where did we go wrong? Right? And there was a couple of things that after listening to everybody's story, hearing the cleaner's story, hearing my scheduler's story, and just listening to everything, what the client had to say, everything. This is where we went wrong. First of all, we fell off on checking behind the cleaners whenever they clock in and they clock out. We had this account for, I want to say 2 years.
Definitely.
We've been with them about 2 years. And my scheduler is supposed to check to see whether everybody has clocked in. If they're scheduled for 9 o'clock, make sure that that green light is on. That green light means that they clocked in, they are at their location. So that's her job to check. Where we fell short at is we should be checking behind her. That's our job. Somebody has to check behind the scheduler, So that's one thing that I see wrong that didn't happen, because if she would have, we could have caught this earlier. Now, the cleaner says that she was there. The client says that she wasn't for Tuesday and Wednesday. This is an issue, but this is an issue that I actually solved back in 2019. Why are we still going through the same thing? Well, because people are not following our company policies. She is supposed to take pictures. She is supposed to upload the pictures to our Slack app. And I go to Slack, I see no pictures. There are no pictures. There are no clock-in. There's no data saying that you were there. So all I have is her word that she was there. I was there. I talked to the manager. I was there. It's the second thing that went wrong. The third thing was my scheduler had the cleaner down as quality control on the day, on Thursday. This is the same day that we got the phone call. The clients were calling saying it's 1 o'clock, nobody's here. So we checked the schedule and we noticed that the cleaner that's supposed to clean it is actually down for quality control after the clean, like a 2 o'clock quality control. So what Tamika was talking about on the phone was, well, who was supposed to clean it? All these little things are happening, and my scheduler just she didn't see it. She didn't catch it in the schedule. She just assumed that the cleaner was going to clean it, I guess. I don't know.
All in all, y'all, when I tell y'all I'm upset, like I'm very upset. The reason why is because I do grow attached to our clients, like I do. and to the point where I do become too comfortable in just a relationship, because you want to build a strong relationship. But even with you building a relationship, if something is continuing to happen, that can like damage the whole thing. And I just know with the communication of the assistant and the cleaner, I feel like initially I know who to blame, and I'm going to just take accountability for myself, right? Because you can't point fingers, because if you do things accordingly, then your team will have to follow, right? So this is just another learning lesson for you guys, not to slack. I don't care who you feel like is in the account. I don't care who, if you know your people's on the back end operations, never become buddy with people like that. Of course, we're all here to do a job, but this is a business at the end of the day, because one person's slight mistake can become detrimental to your pockets. Because this client actually paid us a lot. He was very good to the family. He was good to the company. And the fact that he's no longer going to be there, the whole team is going to feel
and
that.
We're leaving on a bad, we were parting ways on a good
note. Actually.
It was actually on a good note. Everything was okay. He was like, listen, I might call y'all in the future if I need you, but I just want to help my family member out. Now it's like, nah, it's on a bad note, because now y'all are skipping cleans. It's just getting real messy. Like we didn't even get to the ending date. Like they called and they canceled service. They don't want to deal with us no more. Right?
Yeah, and truth to be honest, like I can't blame him for that, because if it was me, I would have said y'all fired, like quick born. I would not even hesitated, because that's uncalled for. Like, why would you even do that? Like, don't play with this man. Like, he has a whole business. Like his business, his restaurant needs to get clean. Right. It's people that comes in there, they compliment on how clean the restaurant is, and that's the last thing he wants to worry about is people coming into an unclean, establishment. Right. So I can't blame him for that. I couldn't even like hold a good conversation with him, because it was like I'm
these
shamed.
Clients are paying for peace of mind.
Yeah,
they are paying for peace of mind. They are paying for on-time cleaners. They are paying for quality control. They really don't give a damn about your operations being shitty. I'm sorry. They could care less about your scheduler being in the Philippines and her missing. They don't care about all that. Yeah, they hired you to do a job. Do your job, or you fired. Yeah, basically.
Now, low key, I did talk to our assistant about the schedule. I did talk to her. I don't think that has been recorded, so you won't see that part. But I did speak to her, and she did apologize for the situation. And it took everything in me. And this is why you should not operate with your emotions, guys. Like, the old me probably would have like cussed her out and would not have cared.
But you caught her lying, though.
Yeah. And the whole thing is like, I would have cussed her out. I would have said a whole lot of things to her. But a part of me was like, Tamika, don't do that. Like, for real. Like, I wanted to jump through the wires of the phone. But I honestly told her, you know what? It's an honest mistake, but you cannot. Like, this is grounds of termination immediately.
It's like, it's to the point where we have had this conversation with her on other incidents that have happened. Now, don't get me wrong. If she was bad every day or every hour on the hour, she definitely would have been gone a long time ago. Okay. So there are some good things that she does do for the company. A lot of good things. But these little mishaps that we have to get on her about, we're supposed to give her disciplinary actions, and we slacked on the disciplinary actions. Okay, so that's another thing that we need to work on as a company. We're just being vulnerable with you. Most cleaning business owners won't. Okay, they won't tell you all the things that we're telling you, but I really don't care. Okay, I don't mind sharing all of our pains with you. I just want to help somebody else out, not make the same mistakes that we made.
But the thing is, when we hired her on, like, we try to have such a huge heart with people, and the language barrier and stuff like that. So definitely, I'm gonna speak to her, and I'm gonna let her know, like, for real, like, you're gonna be watched. The next mistake that you make, that's you out the door. Because this has happened too many times, far as not this particular mistake, But I understand, certain things that you may do. You might make a mistake, but mistakes can become costly, and we can't afford any more mistakes.
What's going on? Like, do you have a current cleaner right now?
So our other property is in Charleston, and they offered to clean, but obviously that's not very practical. That's 2 hours away. So we've just been kind of doing our research in the area, trying to get quotes and figure out what's going to be the best. Honestly, our biggest concern is just making sure that we can find a team that's like staffed properly, so that we're not running into an issue.
So on the bright side of things, we get a phone call from another potential client.
Yeah.
So in the mix of us going through, this getting fired, right, and doing the back and forth with my virtual assistant, with my cleaners, we get a phone call from a new client, another potential client. And I just wanted to talk about this because this is the emotional roller coaster ride that you will go on in entrepreneurship.
That's right.
You lose, you win, you lose, you win. You just got to keep fighting, y'all.
That's right. And we actually had another win. This is a client that, not this client that you're going to be watching, but there's a client that is actually not on camera, to where we actually cleaned her, I want to say last year around November. We did a one-time clean. She actually called us and she was like, oh my gosh, my cleaners didn't show up, and I was just calling to see if you guys can come and clean my Airbnb. So we were like, okay, let's do it. And of course we charged her like an inconvenience fee, like, because it was like last minute and everything. So our cleaner went out and did what she did, and she called us back, I want to say not even a year later. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 7 months later, she gives us a call, and she said that she was very impressed of how we handled the situation and how we were so professional, and she liked our systems, and she wants to actually become a client. So we actually will be calling her and going over some specifics, because she wants to actually give her cleaning company that she actually has right now a little time, and then she's gonna like swoop us in. I hate for things to go like that, but
Well,
sorry, we good.
the thing is, we lost the client, and within the same day, we got 2 potential clients. So one person, we already cleaned her before. Now she's about to get rid of her cleaners and hire us back.
Yeah.
And then the lady that we're talking to now on the phone, that she has an Airbnb in Charleston. So she stated that it was how many beds? 10?
Child, listen, she said it was 12 beds, but it's a 5-bedroom. And she said there was stackables in several of the bedrooms, and also three full baths. That's gonna be a little pricey, because she also said that we need to do the linen as well, and she's looking for us to do the linen on site. So of course we wouldn't be Tenacity if we didn't refer her to a linen company that we know, because when it becomes more than 5 beds, baby, listen, we do not need to wash no linen on site, because that is the most time consuming thing that a cleaner can do, and they're going to complain.
Okay. How many bedrooms and how many bathrooms is this property?
Yeah, so it's 5 bedrooms with 12 beds, and it's 3 bathrooms.
12 beds and 3 baths. Are they full bathrooms, or are they like half, or?
They're full.
Okay, full bathrooms. Do you have, what am I trying to ask for? Do you have like the shower doors? Are they like the glass, or are they like the shower curtain?
Yeah, they're glass, and we put some of those like squeegee things, if you will, in there for guests to be using, hopefully to minimize some of the buildup on them. And
yeah, sometimes they never
glass,
do
that.
Yeah. You know that half of the time they're not going to use that. They're coming in and they're going out. So we know that it's no worries. We can take care of it. These are just questions that I like to ask the client, so we can know how to better assist them and be able to have like a specific checklist.
All right, y'all. So as you can see, entrepreneurship world never stops. And people always ask us all the time, how do you balance everything? Baby, there ain't no balance because it's always nonstop. But amongst everything else, what we're doing now is we're actually approaching graduation season. So everybody is graduating. So congratulations to all the class of 2025.
2025.
Okay. It's a huge shout out from Tenacity Academy. Congratulations, guys. I hope that you approach all your dreams that you want to and never forget who you are. Do not let anyone discourage you from what you're trying to do. But this video right here that you're about to watch is Miss Johnson's niece. She's actually graduating, and we actually went to the graduation, y'all. It was
shout out to Victoria.
Beautiful. Yes, congratulations, Tori.
Yes, so that's what we spent all weekend doing. We got to get ready for these graduations, baby. Let's go. Johnson family representing from Victoria. Yes, it's going down. You know, see what I'm saying? 2025 is 2025. What? Let's go. Victoria and Johnson. And that includes our video. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much for staying all the way to the end too, because a lot of them, they don't be sticking around all the way to the end of our video, girl. They be dropping off after 5 minutes and stuff.
Yes,
you know,
Lord, like, come on, y'all, don't make us do all this hard work and y'all not even staying to the end. But anywho,
these are the real VIPs that stay all the way to the end. Okay,
yes.
So since you stayed all the way to the end, if you are not already a part of Tenacity Academy's community, you need to get in the community. Go to www.tenacityacademy.com. Sign up, become a member, become a warrior today. I'm telling you, like, you would not regret it, man. Lock in. It's so much that we could teach you about this cleaning industry, man. It's a lot.
Yeah, y'all, like it is a lot of information, and we know how tough it is out here in these business streets. Like, seriously, I know you have a lot of people that may be online and they're not talking about the other stuff, but guess what? We're gonna give it to you real raw and uncut, like straight up, to let you know what's going on. And by you coming to the community, we can laugh, we're gonna cry together, and there's no judgment zone. I tell you right now, we have a pledge that we say every single day, because it is affirmations that we are giving out, our affirmations. Okay,
that's
because
right.
We want to make sure that you are enough. You can tell yourself you are enough. It don't matter what nobody say.
Listen,
so with that being said,
if we got any warriors listening to this right now, comment down below. If you're a part of my community and you're listening to this video, comment down below and let them know. Shout it out. Scream as loud as you can about how amazing this community is and what it does for you. I want to hear from my warriors in the comments, girl.
We actually have a lot of great things in the making coming. Do not forget, you guys, we have the CBN conference coming up July 23rd through the 25th. Okay, July 23rd through the 25th. Do not miss it.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Have so many things. We have our women's retreat that we're going to be taking care of next year. Okay, it's going to be happening maybe in June, maybe in September, just depending on the head count that we get. But we have so many things that are in the making, and I'm
excited, man. I'm excited. I'm not. Listen, 2024 wasn't the best year for us, but 25 and 26. We coming for you, baby. We coming for you.
So
we want all
down.
the smoke.
Come on.
We want all the smoke this year, baby.
Bring it.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank y'all.